save our scraps during the week and bring out goodies for the chickens and ducks. I was also cleaning out the freezer. I hate it when I accidentally leave something in there and it ends up destroyed by being in the cold too long. So the Brussels sprouts are a result of being in the freezer for too long. So freezer burnt, that's the words I'm looking for. Anyway, they're kind of gross. But the chickens, they don't mind too much. So anyway, smorgasbord for the chickens, kitchen scraps and stuff from the freezer. Pom Pom's group is excited to get some of the kitchen scraps also. Pom Pom is the big rooster right there. He is a Wyandotte. We absolutely love raising that breed. They're an excellent dual purpose breed. They lay beautiful eggs, good sized eggs. And then for dual purpose, they are a large enough bird that when you butcher them out, it's worthwhile. We love Pom Pom. We got to get him some more girlfriends. We don't have any other Wyandotte hens right now. But he's in here. He's got, I think there's 4 Astrolorps in here. And about 4 Rhode Island Reds. And then 3 Easter Eggers. Oh, and then Tulip. She's a, let's see, Golden Sex Link. So that's who we've got in here. I replenished their salt and their minerals in their pan, and they had about an inch or so on the bottom, and I went ahead and put that in the other pan in the main roster's big old pan. But so anyway, these guys have fresh stuff, and it cracks me up every time you give them something fresh. They act like they've never seen it before in their entire life. That's Hazel and Onyx. Look at you, you got white stuff all over your nose. Onyx. I know that water tub froze, huh? Haven't dumped it out. I combined their pens, so they've got, the 2 pens are combined into one, so I only have to worry about breaking the ice out of one of their water tubs. Good stuff, huh, Hayes? Yeah. I just moved the quail to a new pen. They are so looking forward to being able to go out into their big pen outside, but it's so darn cold that I've been keeping them in the barn in their brooder pens. So cleaning these pens every single day, it's so funny when I clean it because it's a hurry scurry. What'd she put in here new today? So listen to them. Of course I get close and they're like, no. It's just a hustle bustle hurry scurry of action. What did she put in here? It's always the same thing every day. It's always the wood pellets and some alfalfa hay with some grass hay. And today I couldn't find very many areas of grass and weeds around here that weren't totally frozen. So they didn't luck out on anything yummy with the real green stuff. And then they are eating the soaked grains really well. They absolutely go bonkers for the soaked grains now. They are still getting the game bird feed, but it is also soaked in with their with the soaked grains, so they're getting everything to help. It keeps them healthier that way. Gives them a better variety to their diet. They are 5 weeks old today and tomorrow. So when they were hatched 5 weeks ago, today and tomorrow. So in the next week, we could start to see some eggs. I am so excited to start watching for little quail eggs in here. So actually, that reminds me, I need to get one of those quail scissors purchased so I can actually get into the eggs. All right, little birds, I'll move you back under your heat lamp. Well, as you can see, it's just the two girls in here right now. Being springtime, everybody's feeling really feisty, and it was just getting to be too much with 4 of them in there all together. So, took the other 2 back out, took them to the main chicken roster area, and these 2 are still hard at work though in the garden. And for only having 2 in there, they're not doing bad. This is where they just were, and it was a mound of goat manure and stuff from the goat yard, and they've taken it down really well. So these 2, they're on a fresh mound, and it'll be pretty flat by tomorrow. They'll have it really scratched down and tilled in. And they're loving it. They're finding little bits of grain and everything else. So they're still hard at work in the garden. They're actually, I would say that they've gotten to the halfway point or even just a little further now in the garden. So we're almost clear to the other end. We started way down there, and actually that's a new pile. I brought a pile up. I've been adding to the garden. They're going to go back through. We've still got enough time to send them back through here. So that's where they were. This is where they are. And down there is where they've got to go. So they've got a little bit further to go. They've got about, I'd say 10 feet in that direction. And then they'll circle back through. Chickens in the garden. What better could you have? We've got some good stuff going on in the kitchen right here. Check this out. We butchered out one of our hens that had reached a point where she wasn't laying anymore. We butchered her out, and now after we took what we took from her, I've got the carcass in here along with the various vegetables, and there's also some herbs in here. And this is going to cook down in the crock pot for 48 hours. At that 48 hours, I'll skim everything out, and I'll keep the broth, and we'll have chicken bone broth, which is just so awesome. We use it every day in cooking. We drink it. It's awesome to have. So check it out. Homemade chicken bone broth happening right now. Kitchen gold.